And yes, if you think that America has become tougher, wait until you hear what Canada has done. For years, Canada was considered the backup plan for maybe thousands of Indians. Today, that backup plan, it is also changing. Let's travel from Washington to Ottawa here. For years, one sentence, it became incredibly popular among Indian students. Let me quote it for you. If America does not work, I will go to Canada. Simple, safe, predictable, study, get a permit, in fact, apply for a permanent residency, build a life. That was the dream. But today, Canada is rewriting that dream. The Canadian government has announced major changes to immigration, permanent residency target, and temporary work permit. The biggest change is that there are now stricter annual limit on how many people they can become permanent residents. So that means even if you qualify, even if you score well, and even if your documents are perfect, you may still have to wait because the yearly quota, it has already been lifted. Can you imagine spending years studying in Canada, paying international tuition fee, working part-time, getting a full-time job, and believing that PR is only one step away? Then suddenly you are told that please wait. Not because you made a mistake here, but because there is simply no room that is left this year. Well, that uncertainty, it is now becoming reality for many applicants. Canada is also changing who gets priority, by the way. Earlier, many skilled professionals outside Canada, they had realistic chances through express entry. Now the focus is shifting. The government is giving more importance to people who already have Canadian work experience. In fact, nomination, French language proficiency, or maybe qualification in selected sectors such as healthcare and specialized STEM role. In other words, just having a tech degree, it's no longer enough. You need something really extra. Maybe a better language score, maybe more Canadian experience, maybe a nomination or skills that Canada urgently needs. You know what? For Indian graduates who are working on post-graduation work permits, this creates another challenge. Their permits have an expiry date, but the PR invitation, it may not arrive before that. And when the permits expire, the clock starts ticking. Should they leave Canada? Should they change their status? Should they wait? Well, these are no longer theoretical questions. These are real decisions affecting thousands of families. And perhaps the biggest psychological change is this. For years, Canada was seen as the easiest path to settle abroad. Well, that perception is now changing. Canada is not saying that it does not want immigrants. It is saying that we want fewer people just like the US, and we want to choose them more carefully. Well, that is completely different message here. For Indians who are planning their future, for professionals comparing the US and Canada, and for the families investing maybe lakhs of rupees in overseas education, well, this changes the entire calculation. The road to permanent residency has become longer, more competitive, more uncertain, and much more expensive if delays continue. The question is no longer, can I move to Canada? The real question has become, can I stay there permanently?